Thank you for attending the training on email campaigns and the autoresponder in the Business eTouch CRM program. When you create an email campaign, there are some very important points that you need to make sure you realize. And that is right here. Creating an email campaign in itself will never send an email to anyone. There are 3 steps that you must follow to create an email campaign. The first step is you have to save the email in the templates section, and I'll show you how to do that. The second step is to create the email campaign. And then the final and most important step is you must assign that email campaign to either a group or the individual that you want to send that email to. The biggest mistake people make is they will create a campaign and think that it's just going to go out, and you have to assign it to the group or the individual after you've created that campaign. So, from the Contact Manager, the first step is you have to save the email in the template section. So you're going to click on Email, and then from the Email tab, you will choose Templates, right here, the green tab on the right. Now, if you've already saved some emails in the Templates section, those emails will be listed here. But you can also create a new template by clicking on New Template. When you open up this template, then you can create your email. You can use the merge and sort features from the mail merge feature for the contacts fields or the custom fields, whatever it is you want to do to get this letter set up the way you want. And then of course you're going to save that letter under the title up here at the top with a name that you're going to be able to use to identify that email and exactly what it's about at any time in the future whenever you open the template window. And on every email window you can see here's the template tab here where you can have access to all your templates. But really this is more for an email training later. I'll go into all of that in the email training. But for now, let's go on. So that's step 1. You've created your email template. You have it saved in the system. So now you're going to click on Campaigns. And this is going to open up your campaign. And you can see I have some campaigns that are already created here. But we're going to create a new campaign. So I'm going to click on New Campaign. And I'm going to title that campaign. And all I need to do is just go from left to right on the top row, left to right on the second row, and click Add to add that email. So I'm going to start here with the title, and we'll just call this the Test Campaign. And the description is just going to be Test also. And now what time of day do I want this first email to go out? So I'm going to go ahead and say 9 a.m. in the morning, okay, is when I want that letter to be sent out. So now I'm going to go over here and all of my emails are saved in that template tab right here. So all I need to do is click on this and up, and I'm going to choose my email that I want to go out. So I choose that email and then days from start. Now if I assign the campaign today, then it's going to start tomorrow. If I assign it on April 1st, it'll start on April 2nd because it's days from start. So I'm going to put a 1 in here, and that is going to say that it's going to start, this email is going to go out at 9 a.m. one day after I assign this campaign to somebody. And then I can choose, do I want this letter to repeat? I can have it never repeat, or I can repeat it every week, every month, every quarter, or every year. Okay, in this case, I'll just say never. Right now, we're just doing a campaign. We're not going to worry about the autoresponder right now. So I'm going to leave the autoresponder on none, and I'm going to click Add. So now I've got the first letter in my campaign. So now let's say I want my second letter to go out 1 week after my first letter, or 7 days after my first letter. So I'm going to choose that letter, and then I am going to type in 8 from days to campaign start because that is 7 days after day 1. And I don't want it to repeat, so I'm going to click Add again. Now I've got my second letter. Say I want my third letter to go out on 1 month after that letter. So I would put 38 in there because that's 30 days after day 8. So that's 1 month later. If I wanted the next letter to go out 1 month later, I would go in here, I would choose that letter, and I would put this, if it's going to go out 1 month later, that would be 68. And I would click add that. So you can see how easy it is to build this campaign. Okay, so now I've got my campaign all built, it's ready to go. So I've done step 1, I've done step 2. So now to close this page out, I'm just going to click on the X, and now you can see I've got my test campaign right here. So now I'm going to follow step 3, and I'm going to assign this to a group. So I'll click on my group tab, and I'm going to choose my Business eTouch customers. So now I've got to see drip emails for group Business eTouch customers. And now I can just open up this campaign. I'm going to choose my test campaign, and I'm going to click add campaign. And it's going to open up this window here, and it says, when do you want to start this campaign? I'm going to say I want to start the campaign on March 31st. So remember, I'm assigning the campaign on March 31st, and I'm going to click OK. And the first letter is going to go out 1 day after I assigned it. So you can see here that my first letter is assigned to go out on April 1st. And you can see here it gives the date and time of when that letter is going to go out. April 1st at 9 a.m. My second letter is 1 week later, which is April 8th at 9 a.m. The next letter is 1 month after that, so that's May 8th at 9 a.m. And the last letter, I've got Friday, June 7th, which is 30 days later, 1 month, at 9 a.m. So you can see how easy that is, and these are set. Now I'm going to go ahead and delete these out of here because I don't want to accidentally send these to my customers. So I just click on the red X, everybody is highlighted. I click on the delete selected button, and I'm going to type in yes. You have to type yes in any time you want to delete something out of the system. So now those are deleted. So that's how you add a campaign to a group of customers. Now, to add a campaign to an individual contact, of course you would have to be in that contact screen, so I'm going to go to Contact Manager, and I'm going to open up one of my contacts' edit window. And from the edit window, I'm going to click on Drip Email, and then I've got that exact same window that I had in the group area. So now I will click on the campaign over here. I'm going to choose the test campaign, and I can click add campaign. Again, it's going to ask me, when do you want to start that? I'm just going to choose the 20th this time, and now I click OK, and now you can see all of those emails are scheduled to go out. And again, I've got the date and time. First one's on the 21st, next one's on the 28th, then April 27th and May 27th. So you've got your whole campaign set up 1 day, 7 days, 30 days, and 30 days. Now, let's talk a little bit about the autoresponder. A couple steps with an autoresponder. One is from the email setup tab. Now remember, we're in the Contact Manager page. From the email setup tab, you can see that here on the right side it says add this to group. So this is that when you have an email lead brought into the system or a lead from your website form, either way, you're going to have to assign where you want this lead to be assigned to when it comes in. So we're going to assign it to whatever group you want to start this with. It would probably more than likely would be a new lead group. However, it could be any group at all. Now, I want to leave this on my hot prospects so I don't forget, so I'll move it back there. Okay, so you assign it to the group you want. Then the next step is from your campaign tab, you're going to open up the campaign that you want, or you could start a brand new one. In this case, I'll just change the name of this one to Autoresponder. The only reason for changing the name is so that you can easily identify that campaign and know exactly what it's for. So now I would have created a letter that is obviously a letter that that customer is going to get right after they requested information on the product you sell. And then all you'd have to do is, of course, do your description. The time doesn't matter because remember, this is an autoresponder. So you're going to do the template here. Okay, and you're going to choose your letter. It would probably be some kind of letter that says, first letter response or whatever it is. And then the days from start is going to be a 0. And the 0 means override the time, override the date, send this letter the second that email hits the system. And now I'm going to go to Auto Start Group, and I would choose my new lead group, or like right now my email setup is on Hot Prospect. So I would want this to match that. You're going to have the email setup group and the Auto Start group both have to match here. And then you're just going to click Add. And now you've got your new letter here. It's the time doesn't matter because the 0 means override the date, override the time, and send that letter instantly. So the only real important points are in the email setup page, have that set up to the group that matches the group here on your Auto Start group, and then put your letter in here with a 0. And you could have more than one letter. If you put 2 or 3 letters in here with a 0, it would send all those letters out the second the lead hits the system. So that's as easy as it is. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call. You can click the Click to Call button right up here in the top right-hand side of the page, or you can call us at 406-558-4093. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.